Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to another viewer submission video for Sprocket. Today I have a really weird contraption, but it is hilarious to drive. This is the Speed Demon by the Strategist. It is a tank without a gun. In fact, it's missing quite a lot. It has no gunner, it has no loader, it has no gun mantlet, it has no gunner sight. The only thing that you have is a driver and a commander. That's all that's in this tank. These guys seem to be in a fairly close hug together in this 7.31 ton tank. Well, scout vehicle might be more of a term for it, because while it does seem like it has a turret, that's one of those anti-infantry turrets that currently doesn't do anything yet. So what is this thing good for? Driving around really quick. It cannot engage anything, it cannot shoot at anything, but by God is it fast. Have a look. Interestingly, it has no twin suspension but single suspension, so it cannot turn in a spot. But I am already doing 75, 76, 80 kilometers an hour. Turning is not stellar, but works. Here we go, 85. Doing 100 kilometers an hour. 110. I have to make a slight turn, otherwise I crash into the side of the map. Look at this. Does it shoot? No. Does it scout? Hell yes. And keep in mind, eventually this game is supposed to have multiplayer. I wonder if the dev... Whoops! Yeah, dead. If the dev is going to allow you to put something like this in multiplayer. Because it might make for a fantastic scout tank, but it cannot do anything other than scout. So how did he do it? How did he make this ridiculously fast tank? Let's have a look. When it comes to armor, it has none. That makes a lot of difference, because you're not carrying around a whole lot of armor mass, just 885. Can we put this to 0? Yeah, but I think it doesn't do much. So 5mm regardless. Okay. Don't get shot at. But then again, I think the AI might have trouble actually locking onto this thing because it is so fast. Mobility. This is where stuff really gets interesting. I'm not sure if he adjusted this at all. It has an idle RPM of 400, a maximum RPM of 3900. It has, there we go, 47.6 kilowatts per ton of horsepower, or of power. That makes this thing so ridiculously fast. And since you're not carrying around anything, you don't have armor, you don't have a gun, you don't have a gun mantle, you don't have a turret even, you don't have to weigh anything along with you as you're going on this road trip. Transmission, it has 10 gears, and they're all very low. Most tanks start at, I think, 11, 12, 15. This one starts at 3 and it tops off at 0.35. Does it carry fuel? No, it does not. It has one external fuel tank for 45 liters. And I imagine that you're going to be out of those pretty soon. In fact, I'm currently carrying 45 liters. Now it's 44. Oh, look at that. I imagine that at this rate, you're going to be out of fuel in less than 5 minutes. Something to that effect. Now, in case you're wondering, yes, this thing can take trenches very well. These these obstacles, it just bounces right over them. It's that easy. It just bounces right over them. And supposedly, and this is... Oh, actually, I survived that collision with that tree. That's impressive. Supposedly, it can take these really steep inclines really well, because of all that horsepower that you have. Turning. Tempting. Here we go. This is the steepest one yet. And it can do it. Oh, no, it can't quite do it. Okay, we're gonna have to maybe get a little bit more of a leg up here. Go, 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 go. No. Not from a standstill, anyway. What if I come thundering in with a bit more of a distance? Although that ramp could very well kill me at this angle. It could very well knock the entire tank apart. Yeah. It says 40x speed demon, so I think this is the 40-degree slope. It couldn't do it. I just wrecked the tank because it has no survivability. As a scout vehicle, great. As an actual combat vehicle, not so great. Back to more mobility. When it comes to the tracks, he has these 0.4 meter wide tracks, 0.4 length, 0.2 thickness. This gives them quite a bit of ground clearance as well. The forward sprocket over there is really far forward, as you can see. And this means that it's able to take quite steep inclines like that. And with the forward, or with the sprocket diameter... Geez, how much of a monstrosity could you build out of this thing? Fair enough. And it has this type of suspension. I don't know what it's called, but it has this type. Right. So, normally, when I do viewer submissions, I submit this thing to Taiga, which in this case wouldn't really be fair because it doesn't have any firepower at all. But let's say that it encounters a KV-2. I'm not going to let the KV-2 shoot me, at least not freely. It's going to have to work for it. I think the KV-2 simply does not have the turning circle or the turret rotation speed. Yeah, there we go. Hello. Oh, actually, I wonder, could I park this tank in front of that KV-2? Oh, it did hit me. I think it splashed me to some extent. Yeah, I'm pretty much toast here. Let's try that again. Anyway, I was wondering, can I park this thing under the turret of the KV-2? Would that work? Because if it does, I could be, in essence... Ooh, invulnerable, but not like that. Okay. What if I submitted something else? What about Panzerkampfwagen 4 Delta? Whoa. The only way that I have to stay alive, not getting shot at in the first place, is basically to not be here when he starts shooting me. And again, there's not a whole lot that thing can do to keep up. This thing is so fast. It's just that the trees might inadvertently kill me. Yeah, the driver's dead. The driver's dead because I hit a tree. That is how fragile this thing is. Let's see how fast it can go on a flat-out piece of terrain. What about the flat sandbox? Let's fire it up. The speed demon. $50, $60, $70, $80, $90. Yes, I will take one of those ramps in a minute. $100. We've already burned one of our 45 liters of fuel. 115 is what this thing tops out at. 115. Good lord. Now supposedly it was able to do 230 kilometers an hour, but I think the game got patched since then, and because of that it doesn't actually work anymore. Or at least it doesn't work as well as it should. Okay, so, ramp time. Let's see how much airtime we can get out of this vehicle. I'm gonna go for the big ramp. I know the landing is gonna kill me, but I still think it's gonna be pretty interesting to see just how far we can jump with this thing. Wow, I survived? That's all the more impressive. I think I jumped the length of 5 to 8 of these vehicles. Something to that effect. The issue that it does have, since it has no twin transmission, is that it does not want to turn on the spot. So if I try and, for example, stay here and I want to turn, you see it does move around a little bit. But then again, it's just a scout. It's not supposed to move on the spot. Just don't take this thing to look for a parking spot, because you might not be able to get it into a parking spot. Now, in case you want to use the vehicle, linked down below in the description, you can find the link to it. Again, created by the Strategist. Oh, I can do this all day. Lovely little tank. I'm going to put it through one more test, because it kind of cleared the speed test, the bumps test. The self-pen test is not applicable here. It's time for the Taiga test. Which means that I'll not actually be able to kill anything. Oh, shit. I'll not actually be able to kill anything, but I just want to see how long these things will survive. And, more importantly, how many I will have. Because I'm probably going to have a load of these things. And I wonder how the AI is going to treat it. I'm going to have 8. Alright, here goes. Oh, look at these things. Charge of the Light Brigade. Just don't run into a tree too fast, gentlemen, or you will lose a driver. Which is about half your crew. Hit me if you can. Go on. I'm doing 60. Oh, yeah, that hit me. This one's down. On to the next. Another spatter was able to destroy a speed demon. You could probably pen this with small arms fire, let alone an 88. A 30mm is probably one of the ideal weapons to try and take this thing out. Simply because it doesn't have anything that you can do against it. The only survivability that it has is speed. Getting fast, getting out of there as fast as you can. Is it supposed to be an actual combat vehicle? No. Hello. Ooh. How well does this thing do on one track? That hit the fuel tank. Ow. Yeah. Not great in conflict. But then again, as a scout, I'd try this. I'd drive this in multiplayer. Hello. Don't mind me. I mean, seriously, don't mind me. Catch me if you can. Oh no. That took out the engine. I think. Or the transmission, whatever that was. Yeah, now we're dead. Dead. Right. And so ends the trip of the Speed Demon. Tank by the Strategist, I love it. If you want to play around with it, link down below in the description is a link to my Google Drive. That's where you can get it, lacking the current Steam Workshop support. I hope you guys had fun with this. I hope you guys will have fun with the design of your own. And I shall see you soon for more viewer submissions.